Hello and welcome to the first episode of Raw Tiffin, where I'm going to show you how to make some delicious raw food to put into a tiffin, which is a handy little contraption for toting around your raw, delicious food. And I'll explain more about this later. Today we're going to make a nut pate. And when we're finished with it, I'll show you a neat way to use it that you can easily transport in your tiffin. The first ingredient is going to be sunflower seeds that I've soaked overnight and then left in its soaking, you drain it and then you leave it to sort of sprout for 2 to 4 hours. And that was about maybe a cup and a half. You can make it with all sunflower seeds if you want, but I'm going to add some soaked almonds. And it's about a cup. I'm not really precise with measurements, as you can tell. This is raw tahini, and it's about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, and tahini can be to taste. Some people like a lot of its nutty flavor. Here is some roughly chopped parsley that I got from my garden. And with parsley, you don't really have to have a garden. You can grow it on your windowsill. And parsley is one of those vegetables, leafy greens, that really, it's so much more than a garnish. It can be put into smoothies. It can be made into like a tabbouleh thing, which we may do on another episode. There's a lot you can do with delicious parsley. This is a small garlic clove, and I like to mince it before I put it in so that you don't get any little surprises of strong garlic, unless you like that sort of thing. Next, I'm going to put in some freshly squeezed lemon juice, maybe 2 tablespoons. And this is optional, but I'm going to put in a squeeze of Bragg's for some salty flavor. You can also use sea salt or nama shoyu. I'm not really sure how to say that, but that's the raw soy sauce. Then the next thing I'm going to do is just blend this all up. If I can get my food processor together. Occasionally you might have to scrape it down. If you want a pate consistency, you might have to add a little extra water. And scrape it down again. Now you're going to want to keep it in the food processor and keep it whirling around. Again, to taste. Some people like a little bit of crunchy nuttiness in their pate, and some people like it a little bit smoother. There's probably a point to which you won't be able to, you probably cannot get it down to a nut butter consistency at this point with all the added ingredients, but you can get it pretty smooth. Now I'm going to give it a taste and see if I want to add any extra spices. I think it needs just a little bit more tahini, so I'm going to double it, put in maybe 2 more tablespoons, whirl it up again. Okay, I think it's done. Now I'm going to show you how you can prepare this for your tiffin. These are Napa cabbage leaves that I got from my garden, but they're pretty available at most produce aisles. I'm going to make 2 right now. Spread them out. We're going to make lettuce, leafy green wraps. Put a little pate on the lettuce leaf. And then really from here, it's totally up to you what sort of things that you would like in your lettuce wrap. I like avocado. My family doesn't. Some people like black olives or carrot strips we could put in here. I'm going to put in a couple of sliced pieces of cucumber, some sun-dried black olives for a really nice strong taste, and a few chopped scallions or onions. And these are actually red onions, but I got the white inside, I guess. They were just little onions. Then what you do is, oh wait, I want to get my Tiffin out here. Open up that Tiffin. And we're going to make a nice arrangement of our little leafy green burritos. Just kind of roll them right up. Much better for you than tortillas. And tuck them in there and garnish with the olives that fell out. And pop it on. So now I'm going to show you how to assemble the Tiffin. First we're going to have our pate and green wraps that we made. And put the lid on. Then I've got some fresh picked blueberries. I also have some balled watermelon. And finally, I have an avocado half with some date almond balls tucked in the side. I really wouldn't eat those together, but this way the date almond balls won't get all mushy and stuff. And also you might want to put a little bit of lemon juice on the top of the avocado. It's actually, see, still kind of whole, and you can just eat it right out of there with a fork or spoon. And a little lemon juice will help it from keep it from being brown. Then you put all that together just like this, and you can tote it off to a picnic or work. And my whole idea is that if I just take this to work and I snack on it all through the middle of the day, and I don't take anything else, that'll help me stay raw, which is really the most helpful way to go. So thanks for joining me on my very first episode of Raw Tiffin. I hope you will come back for the next episode of Raw Tiffin, where we will fill another Tiffin to take along.